On this trip around the county, we'll take a look at how one student is getting back to nature, journey to one of the spookiest spots in Hamilton County, and get insight on how a local band is looking to make it big. All this and more on this trip around the county.
Welcome to Around the County. I'm Eliza Megashar.
And I'm Eric Hoffman. On Around the County, we take you to places you may have never been and introduce you to people you may not know.
To start things off today, in a technology-filled world, it is hard to find someone who is not on their phone or not on social media. Producer Eric Hoffman introduces you to a Noblesville High School senior who would rather spend time outside with his farm animals than spend time inside watching TV.
I'm Clay Obergefell. I live about a mile from the high school and started up a local farm in the past year or so and just kind of been slowly growing. We've been here for a year. We moved in last March and over the past year I've got quite a bit of animals. And I'm really interested in outdoors and I like animals, and originally just started out with the chickens and I thought those were pretty awesome, so I got some ducks, and I also knew a couple of people that race bees, so I went for it, and it's been a learning process, but it's fun.
Well, Clay, he's a real good friend of mine. He just moved onto the farm about a year ago, and he seems to really discovered something he enjoys. He really likes those bees and working with his chickens. My family's been into farming ever since I can remember. My uncle is the main person who runs the farm now. It's really kind of a hobby that I enjoy and something I can see me doing in the future.
Well, the chickens and the bees, I had egg chickens and meat chickens. So I raised them for their meat and sold them to people locally, and selling the eggs both from the chickens and the ducks, and selling them to friends, people from my church, and teachers. I only get about a couple dozen a day, so don't have to sell it to too many people. But the bees, hopefully this year I'll get some honey, but we're learning some stuff from the bees, so we'll see if we get any this year.
I think me and Clay both kind of share some of the same interests when it comes to being outdoors and working on the farm. We both enjoy going out and running the tractor when it's harvest season or something like that.
Alright, gonna give you a tour of the chicken coop. So I actually just built this about a month ago, but this is their outdoor run, so they can come outside and they just like ranging around, pecking at all the stuff on the ground. But I've got 24 chickens and 4 ducks. So I've got this rope up here so the hawks can't swoop down and eat them, because that's a big problem around here. They're all over the place. This side is where they've been raised in here. They pretty much stayed in here for a long time. But this is where they lay their eggs in the egg box. I built that a couple months ago, and they can all come in here and roost in the evening. We've got a heat lamp and their food. He's out in the back of my property, but I got 2 of them. So they come out in the front here, but they're filled with these frames that they build the honeycomb on. And last year they kind of started building them out, but I keep the honey on there, or I kept it on last year because that's what they eat during the winter. I just really love the outdoors. I think my dad kind of got me started. He's an avid outdoorsman. He loves hunting and loves animals, and so I'd say I just kind of love the outdoors from the start, and I just find being inside just kind of boring, and I just like getting stuff accomplished out here. I'm kind of working on the barn here, but I kind of hope to have like a little workshop out here and maybe get some bigger animals, maybe cows. That's all down the road, and going off to college soon, so can't really expand too much right now, but we'll see.
we're joined with Claire Buffel, local farmer. Thanks for coming on the show.
No problem. Thanks for having me.
First question, when did you start your farm?
Well, I started about a year ago. We moved to the new house we're at, which has 11 acres, last March. And I didn't really start growing the farm till a couple months after that. So I've been going at it for about a year.
Okay. And what previous experiences have you had with farming?
Well, I started raising like some cows with some friends. We didn't personally own them, but my dad's best friend, we went out hunting with him all the time at this property out in eastern Indiana. And also I've had some distant relatives who raise chickens. So they really kind of taught me through the whole process and got me interested. Got some friends around here in Noblesville that raise animals. So that kind of really sparked my interest, and I just really like the outdoors. So.
And so when you moved, what made you have the idea, I want to start a farm?
Well, like I said, my cousin had some chickens, and I thought it was pretty awesome. I've been over there a couple times, and I thought it was really interesting. And we had, a lot of area at our new house to start that, and like there was already like horse stalls in the barn that we had, so I thought it'd like work out to have chickens, and they didn't seem too hard at first, and I just kind of started growing, and now I have bees and ducks, and I want to get some cows, and started gardening and all sorts of things.
What's been the best experience over this past year?
I think showing people the farm, kind of teaching them on how to do it after, I've learned from like experiences over this past year. But people are always really interested when they come over and check out what I've done, and I just get to show them all the things that I've worked on and answer their questions, because people don't know a whole lot about, they know like simple things about raising chickens and maybe bees, but there's so much more that you can show them about it.
And since our first interview, has there anything else that you've been working on, any big plans, anything like that?
Yeah, I've been working on like expanding my garden. Last year I started with a 50-foot by 50-foot garden, and I grew a lot of stuff and actually gave a lot of it away because I wasn't anticipating that much. But my friend and I, we started growing a bunch of sweet corn, and trying to sell that to some local markets this year, and we're selling a lot of it, we're planning on selling a lot of it, and also giving it to friends and family. But we'll have a lot of that, and just another project that I've started on, growing some on his property and some on mine, so it'll be interesting.
And so you're a senior, you're gonna be going to college next year. Mm-hmm. What's next for the farm as you're gonna be gone?
Well, most of it will probably be put on standstill, but my dad hopefully will take it. He's really interested in the chickens, so I think he'll take care of those. But my goal someday out of college is to, I'm going in for engineering, but hopefully I can have like a small farm that, hopefully it's profitable, but I just love farming kind of as a hobby. Okay. So hopefully after college I'll get through that, but right now it's just kind of be put on standstill.
And last question, what's the main thing that you're taking away? What's the big thing you've learned from all of this?
I've learned a lot that raising animals, and I've learned that there's a lot of work into producing food and producing livestock and just vegetables. I didn't realize how much work's put into putting food on the table, and you don't think about that when you go to the grocery store, so definitely learned that.
Awesome. Mm-hmm. Well, best of luck to you. Thank you for coming on, and we hope to continue, your farm, and hope that everything goes great.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you very much. What do you do when you're bored? You watch a movie or you read a book. One very popular genre is horror. One real-life horror is gaining more and more attention. Producer Eliga Megachar brings us into the haunted Rhodes Hotel.
Do you guys believe in ghosts?
No. Yes. First, what is your information why you believe in ghosts? What is your information?
There's poltergeist. There is ghost. Ghosts haunt things.
It's human nature to question anything paranormal. and even kids at young ages are questioning them. So I guess it's not weird for always wanting to do a story over something paranormal. So when I found out there was a haunted hotel in Hamilton County, I jumped on the opportunity to make a story on it. The Rhodes Hotel, located in Atlanta, Indiana, is known to be one of the most haunted places in Indiana. Established in 1983, it began as a boarding school, house, and hotel. When the Rhodes had no money, the building served with different purposes. Sometimes it would be a hotel, sometimes it would be a brothel, and sometimes it would serve as apartments. The hotel was then auctioned off in 1968 when Newton and Clara both died.
The business that Gail runs here and the group runs is for paranormal investigations. So we will have groups come in and with their teams and do paranormal investigations. We've gotten quite a bit of input from teams, like I mentioned before, EVPs, electronic voice phenomenon, where you would actually pick up answers to your questions on the recorder as opposed to hearing them in your by your ears.
There was a woman going to the bathroom upstairs, and a big growl came out of the closet and scared her to death. The whole second floor heard it. I mean, there's just so much. People get touched, and if you're not nice to them, they can't scratch you, hurt you. People have left early because they were provoking.
Yeah, there's just a lot of different experiences based upon, who's here and what spirits are here on that given day. Gail, do you personally believe the hotel is haunted?
Oh, yes, I do, of course.
There's a lot of evidence to support it. Is it black and white? But yeah, I mean, I believe as well that the hotel is haunted. There's something going on here.
The most haunted rooms in the hotel are considered to be the preacher's room and John Everett's room. The preacher's room is considered to be most haunted because a preacher hung himself in the room. John Everett's room is considered to be haunted because he died of tuberculosis in the room.
Everyone needs a very healthy dose of skepticism because you don't want to say, hey, there's a creek that must be haunted. Things like that. So you have to be able to explain it away. Otherwise, when you talk to others about your evidence, you lose credibility. And I guess we're not really trying to prove anything here. We're just offering, we believe that it's haunted, we believe things are going on here. We're opening up the hotel for others to experience it as well.
We've been all over the place. We've been to Waverly Hills in Louisville, Kentucky, which is a TB hospital. That's my all-time favorite place. And we're from Ohio, so we've been to Mansfield Reformatory, which is where the Shawshank Redemption was filmed. Both of those places, there's a lot of energy. You can just walk into spaces and feel, it feels like someone's standing right behind you.
I'm here to do a paranormal investigation. My friend Heather is really into this, and I've always believed in it, so I've always wanted to do something, and when the opportunity came, I was like, absolutely, let's do it.
Do you not want us in this room? Why did you tell us to get out? Or to leave? What is your name?
Whose room is this?
Why are you still here?
Can you tell us how many people reside in this hotel?
What was that? Sorry, that was me. No.
The car light?
It was a blip.
Did you hear it?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
They're right there, did you hear it? That's a different one.
Yeah, that one's not as clear, but...
Everybody's here.
Oh, it's a clown car. Go, leave, and...
Can you straighten out, please? During the investigation, the team introduced us to dowsing rods. Dowsing rods are metal sticks that move when introduced to energy. Ghosts can communicate through dowsing rods by creating yes or no questions.
Straighten out.
Is Ethan funny?
Is Ethan?
It's already a no. It's like,
It's funny.
it knows, bro. It's well aware.
In the end of my investigation at the haunted hotel, I learned 2 things. 1, I may not ever know if ghosts are real or not, and that I need to learn to accept that. High school provides an opportunity for students to express themselves in creative ways. For senior Josie Griffin and Tyler Law, it provided a platform for music, allowing them to grow into a band. Producer Jordan Yaney takes you into the minds of 2 students and their musical endeavors.
We were friends beforehand, probably around 8th grade. We were kind of in a similar friend group.
We used to jam like a bunch, and then we were like, oh, like why don't we make like some YouTube videos? So we made these videos of us like covering songs, and none of them got like any views, but it kind of like got the ball rolling.
And then sophomore year, we were in the same Guitar 1 class, and we were really the only people that we knew, like out of everyone. And we got put next to each other, like randomly. And we're like, cool, this is great.
We had to turn in all these songs that we wrote like last year.
So right off the bat, we already knew that we were gonna play something.
And we turned in this one song that like we liked, but it was kind of like awful, like it wasn't very good. And it was like our best grade of all the songs that we turned in.
Once that kind of happened, we just kind of kept doing it, and we ended up playing at the guitar concert. We did a little in-between act, and we played at Mayfest, and then we've kind of just kept going from there. So whenever we had downtime, we would just like look up a song on our iPad and just start playing it.
That helps a lot when we're trying to like think about like chords or like what kind of like melody we want to write for a song. Like it helps that both of us know what's going on.
I don't think at that point either of us had really played with other people. Like it mostly been either just me or just her. So that was kind of a new experience for both of us.
I lived and died in a day. I spoke to myself away. You destroyed that piece of me. I told you what
to do. Music for me is like really personal. And like writing lyrics and things, like I've written poetry since I was like 11.
You can have a few songs that you both know, but to find like someone that you can keep playing with, and like when you write something, like they're into it and your styles kind of fit together, is really kind of difficult.
If you don't have like certain times set aside like every day or like every other day, you kind of just will get out of like the groove and like you just stop doing it.
Our goal right now is to get an album/EP made before we go to college.
And then like once we finish that, then we would start trying to like actually play shows.
Like whoever kind of we've played with or worked with, it always kind of comes back to just me and Josie.
When he's like stuck on something, I can like help him because I know like what's happening.
I knew it'd come down to this, just us between the glass, and now I cannot run. I can only see.
That's all for this trip around the county. I'm Eric Hoffman.
And I'm Liza Megashar. Join us next time in our next trip around the county.